recording.
Welcome back to Created by Chaos. Now, I just wanted to explain something. So I've got a tub here full of warm water, and I've got my piece of terrain inside of it. So what I'm going to do is let's take it out, let it soak in there for a few moments. Now it does have holes in it, so it will be getting warm on the inside, which hopefully makes the terrain easy to pull off. So you have your piece here, and all you need to do is just peel it off, a bit like peeling a prawn, and away you go, and it comes off. And now you've noticed it's got some holes in the bottom here, so let me just get the rest of these supports off. What I do is I just chuck it straight into this tub of cold water. Now it's been through the ISO, or what I use is resin away, and as you can tell, all these bubbles are starting to come up. Now what I do is I just let it soak in there for about 10-15 seconds, let all the gunk flow out as it normally would, and then I'll just take it out, make sure all the holes are actually working, because sometimes you'll find that even though there's a hole there, you've got to really sort of drain it out. So you can see the air bubbles coming out, but I have a couple there that don't have air holes. So there are two ways you can do this. The first way is to get toothpicks, and then what you do is just pop them into the holes like so, and that breaks up the water tension, so it's a lot easier. So once they go back in the water, I can now see that those places where the holes were but were not coming out are now coming out with water. Now with bigger ones, you can tell it's got a much larger hole. That's no problems at all. So you can just pop that in there, play around with it, take it out. Now what I like to do is hold the ones that are working and force it out of the one that isn't working. And if it isn't coming out that way, then I have a good old-fashioned arts and crafts syringe. So just pop it in the water, suck up a large amount of water, stick it into the hole, and then, I don't know if you can tell that, but it's coming out the other holes. And I'll just repeat this process 3 or 4 times, just to make sure that all the holes are flushing out all the gunk. Now the reason why you do this is, and I found out the hard way, is if you don't get all the gunk out, after a couple of days or a week, the actual model will crumble and implode in some respects. Or if you're really unlucky, it'll dribble out resin for days, weeks, even months. So once again, we have the larger piece here. I'll just syringe up some water, pop it over the area, and I can see it coming out of all the other holes. So I know I'm flushing out all the gunk. Now some people can get little pointers, laser pointers that are UV, and they can use it that way to cure the inside and so forth. So far I have found that's not really necessary. If you leave it in the sun for a couple of hours, it'll cure on the inside and the out. On particularly hot days like we have in Australia recently, we've had some really warm days. Don't leave it in the sun for too long, because it'll crack. It superheats up while it's curing, and it'll start cracking like crazy. So this is the best method. If you are outside and you're going to leave it here for a while, like you're going to work, whatever, pop it in a tub of tap water. Just cold water, not a problem, and you'll come home, it'll be cured, and hopefully won't have cracked. If you have any questions, please ask. This is Chaos signing off. Have a good day.